Hello everybody, Zachary Fruling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. We are on to the Text on Text subheading in 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 for a home computer. The first program in the Text on Text category is program 19, Create a Quiz. We're going to read through the program description, type the program into the Classic 99 emulator, give it a spin, and see what we can make it do. Okay, number 19, Create a Quiz. One of the most fascinating uses for your computer is in having it carry on a video conversation with your friends, relatives, and neighbors. I love that, a video conversation. One useful way to promote such conversation is through a quiz, an instructional, educational quiz such as we have here. Quiz data, the computer's storehouse of knowledge, is in lines 20 to 70. Be careful when you type them into your computer to include the commas separating the two halves, I think it means halves, not halves, of each data line. Spelling and spacing must be exact. Lines 90 and 100 obtain a random number in the range of 1 to 11. Line 110 selects the data line for a question. Lines 120 through 140 get the appropriate word first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth from the selected data line. Lines 160 to 180 print the quiz question on the screen, while line 190 reads the data line to learn the correct answer. You provide your response when the computer asks for it at line 200. Lines 220 to 240 decide whether you are right or wrong. Of course, the quiz can be made much longer. In this example, it could be expanded to encompass all past U.S. presidents. Of course, we have a few more presidents now than we had back in 1982 or whenever this book was published, 1983, I think. Okay, let's get into Classic 99, into TI Basic. Let's start typing. 10, call clear. Clear the screen. 15, randomize. That ensures we get a different question ordering every time we run the program. Okay, 20, data. So we got to be careful here. First, comma, George Washington. Let's double check the spacing since they warned us about spacing. Okay, George Washington. See how little I know about presidents here. In terms of the order, I've never been good at memorizing the order of presidents. Some people are really good at that kind of thing. I do not have a memory for that kind of thing.
No.
Okay, 30, data. Second, John Adams. I knew that one. John Adams. Okay, I knew Thomas Jefferson after that. Third, Thomas Jefferson. Yes, James Madison. I knew that one as well. Now that I think of it, I think I knew that one. I don't know if I can pull it out of my memory on the fly. That's where the rubber meets the road, right? Okay, data. Fourth, James Madison. Okay, 60, data, fifth, James Monroe, and 70, data, sixth. It would be fun to expand this to include all, now 47 U.S. presidents. John Quincy Adams. Okay, 80, print. How many okay, this is kind of weird. I wonder why we're breaking this up in terms of two expressions here. U.S. presidents. Can you name? And to me, it's so weird they put a space between the words and the question mark, but we're going to do it exactly as written, errors and all, for posterity. Okay, 90. Okay, so we have R equals int, that's integer, of 12 times R in D. 100. If R is less than 1, then 90. 110. If int of R divided by 2 equals R divided by 2, then 116. You can tell some of these lines were inserted after the fact when the program was originally written. Okay, 114, go to 120. It's definitely a little arbitrariness when it comes to these line numbers. Okay, 116, R equals R plus 1. Just increments the variable R. 120 for L equals 1 to R. For L equals 1 to R. 130, read as string. $140, next L. $150, print. $160, print who is the. Who was the. Let's make sure we get the spacing right here. Okay, no space there. 170, print as string. 180, print President of the U.S. $190, read C string. $200, input D string. $210, print. Let's scroll a bit here. Okay, $220. If D string equals C string, then $235. $225, print that's wrong. $230, go to $240. $235, print that's correct. $240, print E space, end quote, got to be careful of this line, semicolon, S string, semicolon. And we have quote, space, president was. That's the end of the line. Yep. 250, print C string. $260, restore. $270, print. $280, print. And $290, go to 90. All right, let's clear the screen. Oops. There we go. And list out the program. We're looking for obvious typos and bugs here. Nothing jumps out at me. Let's give the program a run. How many U.S. presidents can you name? Who is the 6th president of the U.S.? That would be John Quincy Adams. Type it in. That's correct. Okay, who's the 4th president of the U.S.? Did we decide that was James Monroe? No, James Madison.
I don't know.
That's correct. It was James Madison. Okay, who's the 5th president of the U.S.? That was James Monroe. That's correct. Who's the 2nd president of the United States?
Oh. Is it John Adams?
We'll check your work right here. John Adams.
Is it John Quincy?
That's correct.
Oh, yay.
Who's the 1st president of the U.S.?
Oh. If we don't know that, we're sad people.
George Washington. Okay. Who is the 5th president? We just did that one. That's going to keep looping back. It would be fun to do all 47 presidents.
I would not know many of them.
That's...
I mean, I see, the thing is like, I could name some. I just don't know the number. You know what I mean?
Let's get one incorrect here. So, who was the 6th president of the U.S.? Not John Adams, but John Quincy Adams. So let's get it incorrect. John Adams. That's wrong. The 6th president was John Quincy Adams. There we go. That was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No wonder I went into educational technology, huh?
Exactly. I love it.
Basically writing little Applia programs here. That's funny.
Right? I love it.
Little Applia problems, I mean. Okay. Let's run it one more time from scratch. Who is the 4th president of the U.S.? James Madison. That's correct. Who is the 5th? James Monroe. It's actually pretty effective. Now I know the first 5, and I'm getting them right all the time. You know? A lot of fun. It would be fun to go back. I'm going to put a pin in this one. I'm not going to do it right now, but I think I would like to come back and try to do all 47 presidents now. I'd have to think through the logic of how the numbers work in these randomization statements, but I could figure that out. Well, there you go. That was Create a Quiz from 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer. I'll be back in a little bit with program number 20, Killing Time. I don't know what that is. I don't remember off the top of my head. But if you are watching this live on Twitch, be sure to check out my YouTube channel where you can check out the rest of these TI-99 4A streams and other TI-99 4A content, along with some retro programming, retro computing, retro gaming, a lot of World of Warcraft live streaming, and some miscellaneous educational content. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, check out my Twitch channel. It's Cozy Azeroth on Twitch for much of the same type of content, but except you can watch me live on Twitch. And on both platforms, please remember to like and subscribe. I especially appreciate subscriptions. Every little bit helps this day and age, so thank you very much in advance for that. And like I said, I'll be back in a few minutes with program number 20, and this is part of a 101 video series. We're going to run through all 101 programs from 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer by Len Turner, one of my favorite programming books I had when I was a kid. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with video number 20. Take care.